Coin is having a pretty rough week despite a lot of news coming out for this project, down over 11% here in the past 7 days, down 26% in the past month, and now down over 9% on a year-to-date basis. We did see this past week that Cronos announced they are teaming up with Google Cloud to support AI-enabled Web3 innovation, and that Crypto.com is officially suspending their U.S. institutional exchange in light of the regulatory action this past week. So we are going to break down exactly what this means for the future of Crypto.com and Coin, as well as taking a look at the price action in today's daily market update. So hopping right into the news here, we can see that in the past 7 days, the crypto market has been getting absolutely bludgeoned. We got Bitcoin down over 5%, Ether down over 8.5%, and the altcoins is really where we have seen a lot of the blood shed. We have BNB coin down 23% in the past 7 days, Cardano down 33%, Tron down 20%, Solana down 31%, Polygon down 37%, and a lot of this is based on the news that they were recently deemed to be securities by the SEC. I have a very clean infographic here of all the altcoins that have been labeled securities, and we can see here that a lot of these altcoins are some of the biggest in the industry: BNB, XRP, Cardano, Solana, Matic, Tron, Atom, and much more. Now, the one thing you will notice is that Coin is not yet on this list. In fact, if we take a look here at how CRO has been performing, it's down about 13.97% on the week. And relatively speaking, when we take a look at a lot of these other altcoins down anywhere from 15 to 35%, Coin being down 14% does not seem so bad at all. Now, it has shown some resilience in face of this regulatory smackdown that has been occurring, and that's because Crypto.com has not yet kind of been placed in the SEC's target, not yet anyways. But we can see here that clearly CRO has not been having a super hot year, down 71% in the past year, although still up 159% all time. This does go to show you guys it really has not been a hot year to be a CRO holder. In fact, we are now down on a year-to-date basis after being up about 70% at one point, from 5.5 cents up to just under 9 cents. And CRO has been cut in a quarter just by this month alone. It's been cut in a tenth on the week. So despite showing a lot of resilience over a longer term here, CRO has definitely been getting hammered as of recently. Oh my gosh, look at Arbitrum here, down 19.75%. Now, not so surprisingly, Quant is the one altcoin that has actually held up relatively well here, only down 10% on the past week. And I say only in like a relative manner because, you know, this has been a very, very ugly week for the crypto market as a whole. And I do want to get into the news here because clearly the price action on CRO is not only to do specifically with this altcoin, but also just the broader markets. Eventually, I do believe that fundamentals do catch up the price action, and the fundamentals for CRO here do remain strong, even though the price action has not, essentially dictated. So we actually saw this past week that Google Cloud is joining Cronos as a sponsor. So startups in the program will be eligible to receive Google Cloud credits, utilizing Google Cloud services and infrastructure to build, test, and deploy their Web3 dApps. The program will also leverage Google Cloud's AI expertise to conduct AI workshops and offer mentorship to participating startups. This guidance will focus on incorporating AI into the dApp development, enabling them to create smarter, more efficient, and scalable applications. So to me, this shows you that Cronos is in fact still looking to expand. We know that they did partner up with Amazon. I think it was a month or 2 months ago, and it's really cool to see them teaming up with some of the biggest tech companies in the world to bring this adoption and growth to the Cronos chain. The one thing I do think is very neat about this announcement is they are looking at enabling and integrating AI into development, and if they can efficiently do this, that will help people actually create better and more efficiently create decentralized applications. I do think that long term this could have some very big implications on the Cronos chain. We know, okay, everyone's emailing me now. we know that AI obviously has been all the rage this year. Everybody's talking about AI, but if we can actually see the Cronos chain put it to a practical use to really help speed up the efficiency and the development on this blockchain, I do believe that could be instrumental in bringing a lot of total value locked back over to Cronos. And that definitely would be nice here. As we can see, Cronos has kind of struggled to keep itself in the top 10 blockchains as of recently, now down in 11th place. However, that does also have to do with the price action here, as the total value locked is based on its native token CRO, which, as we said, has been, not having exactly the hottest year along with the rest of the crypto market. So I do want to hop into the regulation news now, as this is the big piece of news, the big headline that has been the narrative lately, and I do think will drive the price action moving forward. So we know this week the SEC sued crypto exchange Binance, alleging multiple securities violations. We know they also sued Coinbase here, and in these lawsuits, they targeted a bunch of different altcoins to pretty much accuse both Binance and Coinbase of being an unregistered securities trader and brokerage. Now, we saw just yesterday or just 2 days ago that Crypto.com has officially suspended their U.S. institutional business. So what does this mean? So we actually talked about this multiple times on the channel, because this is something I was looking forward to. We know that back in 2022, Crypto.com began their exchange rollout in the US. So it says here, currently exclusively available for select institutional investors. And this was a big deal because the Crypto.com exchange is not to be confused with the main app. This exchange here is targeted more so towards sophisticated traders. It does offer staking, it offers leverage, it offers over-the-counter trading, all of which is now being rolled back in the US, as it was announced yesterday that they are going to suspend the US institutional exchange. Now, in a quote, right to Blockworks, Crypto.com explained that there is a lack of demand due to the market landscape in the US, which is no doubt a reference to the lawsuits against fellow exchanges Binance and Coinbase. They say here, we recently made a business decision to suspend the institutional offering of the Crypto.com exchange in the US as of 11:59 June 21st, 2023, due to limited demand from institutions in the US in the current market landscape. Impacted institutional users were given advance notice to support a smooth transition. So what this reads to me is that in 10 days, the Crypto.com exchange will be shutting down. It will no longer be rolled out to US institutions, and they are going to be forced to now move their funds off the platform, which I do imagine would leave somewhat of a sour taste in their mouth. And I do also believe that this could have a negative impact on CRO itself in terms of the price action. The main reason being the exchange was one of our bull cases here for actually seeing more institutions making their way into CRO. So Crypto.com rolling out their exchange in the US, just the brand name recognition alone, in my opinion, would be important for getting more people aware of their native token. The same way that BNB is, in the top 5 altcoins here, just based alone on the fact, well, not only based on the fact, but the fact that it is the native token of the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, I do think has really helped spread awareness and adoption of BNB coin. Therefore, the more growth we are able to see for Crypto.com, the more growth and the more adoption we should hypothetically also see of CRO itself. Now, additionally, there is a direct link between the exchange and actually the amount of holders that there are for CRO, and that is the trading fee rebates that are offered via the platform. So Crypto.com does in fact incentivize people to not only join their exchange, but to also hold their native token to receive some very juicy benefits on the platform. We can see here that for the Crypto.com exchange, it does show you that if you stake anywhere from 50 to 100,000 CRO, you are going to be getting a 4% APR and a 0% fee on the maker fees. For having anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000 CRO staked, you are going to get 4% APR and a 0.01 basis point rebate. And having over 500,000 CRO staked is going to net you an 8% APR and a 0.02 basis point rebate. So what this effectively means is that institutions who are staking CRO on the platform are going to either get a 0% trading fee, or in fact get a trading fee rebate simply for holding CRO, on top of a 4 to 8% annual yield for holding this token. Therefore, it does kind of show me that Crypto.com was looking to use the exchange and actually have CRO be a massive beneficiary of the adoption of this exchange, which unfortunately is no longer going to be occurring in the US. Now, this does not affect their retail trading app. It does also not affect their new up-down options platform, because that is CFTC regulated, so screw the SEC. However, the one thing I do wonder is that if a lot of these cryptos are deemed securities, does that mean that this new options product may not be any more regulated by the CFTC, and in fact may be regulated by the SEC. So that's one thing that I will be keeping my eye on when it comes to the crypto.com and their growth in the US. And on that note, I do want to hop into, the fact that besides the US, which has been a very ugly landscape for crypto companies as a whole, we see here that crypto.com has not stopped with getting that global regulatory approval. We can see here that they obtained a major payment institution license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and this comes along a slew of regulatory clarity they have received and a lot of different security upgrades they have taken. We can see here that they have registered in the bear market alone with Singapore, France, Italy, Dubai, Australia, South Korea, Greece, Cyprus, the Cayman Islands, and they have taken on a pre-registration undertaking with the Ontario Securities Commission. In fact, they were the first global crypto exchange to do so. So clearly, although their adoption has been kind of stinted in the US, Crypto.com does continue on their path for global regulatory clarity. Now, to wrap things up, I do want to take a look at the CRO coin price action. As we can see here, first of all, taking a look on a year-to-date basis, we are now officially down, and have also broken below a very big area of support at 5.5 cents. So zooming out here, we're going to see that historically speaking, 5.5 cents was a very strong buying zone for CRO. We spoke about this last November based on the Crypto.com insolvency FUD, which did end up to be nothing more than just that FUD. And it made for a nice 38% rally here. And then on a year-to-date basis, we actually saw CRO coin once again come close to that area and then rally over 70% from 5.5 cents up to just about 9.5 cents. Now, unfortunately, we can see that CRO coin has in fact broken below this key area of support. And when we actually put our indicators back on the chart here, you're going to see that CRO has been consistently getting rejected at its bull market support band. It actually happened here in November before we saw that crash. It happened once again here in February, and then once again here in April, indicating that CRO coin has not been in a bullish state for a very long time now, despite a lot of the crypto market reversing. Now, I want to go ahead and zoom out and show you guys what I'm looking at as a potential buying opportunity, given the fact that CRO coin has essentially, hit new lows here now, hit new multi-year lows. And the key area that I will be looking for next, unfortunately, does sit at about the 2.5 cent range. Yes, this is a very conservative price target, a price target that we may in fact not see in the near term. However, mid to long term, I do think that this altcoin bludgeon essentially is going to continue to get dragged out. And taking a look at a weekly here, we can clearly see that a very strong bottoming zone for CRO coin, in fact the absolute bottom for CRO coin historically has been 2.5 cents. If CRO coin does want to make its way back to all-time low territory, and I can't stress that enough because we're not talking multi-year lows, we are talking all-time lows here. If CRO does want to make its way back to all-time lows, and if you are a big believer in CRO, definitely something you should be keeping your eye on opinion, just like I will be watching CRO over the next couple of weeks. So on that note, I hope you did enjoy the content in today's video. You know what to do. If you made it all the way to the end, you are an absolute champion. Let me know in the YouTube comments down below and claim that champion status. I hope you are all having an amazing Sunday, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace out for now.